my name's Tiana, and today I'm going to be doing a Halloween tag for you guys. I don't know why, but I really love these videos. I really love videos where it's just somebody sitting there talking, and as long as you're not like dull as a rock, then, you know, I don't know why I really enjoy that. It's like comforting. It's like interesting to hear what other people have to say and what they think, and you know, so I thought you guys might like to hear me talk about a favorite Halloween things or whatever, and I thought I would do it in the form of a tag, which I printed out because my phone is my camera, so I can't, like, you know, look at my camera, so I was all like circa 1994 with this shit. So yeah, so I thought I would do a tag, so I hope you enjoy. So question number one is, what is your favorite Halloween candy? My favorite Halloween candy is Smarties. I love Smarties. In fact, when I was younger, I would buy like those big bags of Smarties. It's weird because I didn't really like eat a lot of candy back then, and I just like, I don't know, just something about Smarties, like I could just carry them with me, carry them in my bag, and if I wanted something, well then I had it, or I could like give them out or add them to presents. Like, that's such a weird thing. I don't know why, but yeah, it's my favorite candy. I love Smarties. I don't, such a weird reasoning. Do you believe in ghosts and spirits and or spirits? Slash. Yes, I do believe in ghosts and or spirits. I think that most people do, or I would say that a lot of people in their lifetime probably have experiences where, you know, you just feel like there's someone in the room, or you feel like you're smelling your grandma's perfume, or you hear noises upstairs. Like, for instance, there was one time my boyfriend and I were living in a house with his mom and his family. We were all living with his family, and we were renting this house out, and in that house constantly we were hearing like footsteps upstairs, and nobody would be upstairs. Like, everyone would be gone. We would be downstairs watching a movie, and we would hear running, like pounding footsteps running, or like everyone would be asleep. Same thing, we would hear freaking footsteps like running, and we would, you know, like typical lazy like don't want to walk all the way up the stairs to ask somebody a question, so we call them on their cell phone and we're like, hey, is somebody running? Are you running? And every time, no, I'm not running. Or we would, you know, think somebody was home and walk upstairs and nobody would be home, like everyone would be gone. So those experiences really do lead me to believe that ghosts and spirits definitely exist. Question 3, the spookiest thing that has ever happened to you? Yeah, I mean, that was pretty spooky. I don't know, like when things happen to me that are like scary, I guess, like in the sense of ghosts, it doesn't really scare me, it doesn't really frighten me, because I feel like everything is a part of our existence, you know, like everything is kind of, I don't know, like it just doesn't feel like it doesn't belong. The only thing that did scare me, oh, I do have one. Oh god, this horrified me. I'm pretty sure that I had like sleep paralysis or something. And if you guys Google sleep paralysis, you'll kind of know what I mean. Most people will say that they experience a dark figure like standing over them that's vague. They can't really make it out. And they will be laying there and they can't move. They feel like they can't move. And in this particular dream that I had, oh, this is so fucked up. I felt like someone was in the room with me. It's so weird. My boyfriend and I were sleeping, and I felt like somebody was in the house. Like, that is the weirdest thing. But this was my dream, right? So I'm like freaking out because like I'm in bed and I think I'm awake, and I'm like, there's someone in the house. There's someone in the house. And this is so fucked up for my boyfriend because he wakes up and is like flipped. Like, I scared the shit out of him. He was like dead asleep, and I'm like telling him there's someone in the corner. And there's clearly like nobody in the corner. Like, he must have turned on the light, but he said that I like said that, and then I just turned over and went back to sleep, which I'm like, that is some, I'm so sorry, but I thought this was a dream that I had, right? Like, I thought I was dreaming because, like, I woke up the next day and I was telling him about it, and I was like, I had this weird dream that I was telling you there was somebody in the house, and he's like, you did tell me there was somebody in the house. And I don't know what happened, but it was so scary because I felt like this, like, you know, in the dark corner that there was somebody standing there in my dream. But I guess, you know, I must have woken myself up or something, or maybe I just, like, you know, you wake up and you think you see something, or maybe I did. I don't know, spirit, ghost, whatever, but oh yeah, that was scary as hell. Question 4, favorite Halloween costume you've ever worn? Probably my Harley Quinn costume from when I was, I think I was 18 or 19, I think I was 19. Because I made this costume. Like, I had this pair of disco pants and I painted one side of them red, and so it was like red and black legging, like disco pant leggings. And then I took the shirt that I owned and I I painted one side black and I painted the other side red. And I have like a whole blog post about this. I'll link it below if you want to read about that. But I just really love this costume because it was like one of the costumes that I had made that I really liked, and I was really obsessed with Harley Quinn. This was like way before the movie, comic books, whatever came out. And I don't know, like, it was just such a cool costume. It was like one of the few times that the costumes I had like thought about and was like, oh, I'm gonna make this, and actually kind of lived up to my expectations. You know what that's like, where you're thinking about, oh, I'm gonna make this costume, it's gonna be so cool, it's gonna look dope. And then you go to make this shit and it's like you're trying to follow some like rickshawed like tutorial from Pinterest, and it's just fucked up. Like, I've done that so many times where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make this costume, and I go to make the fucking costume and it's like nothing like the tutorial. First of all, like, their shit looks 1,000 times better than mine, and then I remember that I can't fucking sew, and I'm not really that crafty, and I probably give up halfway through because it's like not coming out the way I want. And this was like one of the few times where it actually did come out the way I want, and I didn't actually follow a tutorial because I don't even think Pinterest was out back then. So yeah, Harley Quinn. Do you still dress up? Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just dress up for like makeup looks, you know, like for you guys or whatever, but most of the time, like, I haven't dressed up in like a couple years. It's really hard when you get older to justify doing it if you have nowhere to go. Like, my boyfriend kind of side-eyes me if I'm trying to dress up and we're literally staying at home watching like Scream Marathon or something, or Harry Potter or whatever. I mean, I'm gonna be 30 in a couple years, and I guess that looks a little weird now, which is really hard for me to reconcile. I just don't. I love dressing up. I need to find an excuse to be dressing up so that way I can act like I'm not a weirdo. Question 6. If you had to dress up this year, what costume would you choose? I really wanted to dress up like the mummy from The Mummy that came out this year, Amunet. I loved the makeup in that movie. She looks really freaking dope in that movie, and I just thought, oh, I'm totally gonna do this. So if I actually end up going to a party, I'll probably do that, unless something else comes that, you know, I decide, like, unless I change my mind. I've been pretty set on that for a couple months, so yeah, I'm gonna. How old were you when you stopped trick-or-treating? I think I was like, I think 18. Like, I want to say 18. I'm pretty sure I went trick-or-treating at 17 and 18. And then 19, I think I went to a party instead. Like, I think my friend had a party and I just kind of like stopped. You know, even though I think I probably still could have gotten away with it. But I had other plans, and then it just kind of faded from my existence. Like, you hit 20 and then people are like, no, don't be going trick-or-treating. That's weird as hell. Favorite scary movie? I really love scary movies. I have like a love-hate relationship. Like, I enjoy watching scary movies, but then when I have to go to bed, then I'm like, fuck, why have I done this to myself? Because I start getting really paranoid. But I think my favorite, I have so many. So off the top of my head, I would say my favorite's probably Silent Hill because it scares the shit out of me, but it's like also really cool. You know, it's still very artistic and has amazing cinematography and really cool music, but it's also fucking terrifying. Revelation's more fun than scary, but also love that one too. Number 9, pumpkin patches, corn mazes, or hay rides. I would say haunted hay rides. I love haunted hay rides. There's a local one here in a city nearby that my friend and I go to, and it's so much fun. It's not really scary. She thinks it's scary, but it's not really that scary. It's just enjoyable because, I mean, they deck their, it's like on a farm, right? So they deck their whole farm out with like different areas, like houses with like scary monster people dressed up in scary monster costumes and like doing creepy shit, and then they take you on this actual like hayride on like an actual wagon, I guess. I don't know, I'm terrible, I'm not a farm person. I think it's on a wagon, and you get on and it's like a hayride, and you kind of go through the whole thing, and then at the end they drop you off and you have to walk through a corn maze. And it's a lot of fun. It's like so much fun. Like, I really enjoy that experience, even though it's not really super scary. It's just like a fun local thing to do to like support the local farms. And I don't know, it kind of makes me feel like a kid, you know, like when you would create your own fort or try to create your own haunted house. Am I the only one who did that as a kid? Maybe. But yeah, I have a lot of fun. I think it's really creative. If you enjoy Halloween, I definitely think like Google your local areas for haunted hay rides. You know, there are a lot of really cheap options for things to do for Halloween that don't involve like going to like a crazy theme park, which those are so expensive and they are really cool. But if you don't have a lot of money and you're on a budget, then definitely like seek out local haunted attractions, because you'll be supporting local outreach groups, and a lot of times like theater will do some really cool stuff. So supporting your local community and also getting a really cool fun time that's not going to cost you $1 million is really fun. And question 10, trick or treat? Both. I think it's really fun to be tricked or scared, and I think that treats are awesome. So yeah, both. So that is the end of my Halloween tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and leave me some comments below. What's your favorite costume? What do you like to do for Halloween? And do you still dress up, or like how do you celebrate this fun, crazy, weird holiday? And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.